Okay. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, good morning, good morning. You know, when, good morning. It's about, I'm thinking 2:30. So I woke up this morning with a prayer on my mind, praying for people, praying for Uncle Dale and a lot of other people that God will have mercy on people and have, grace on them while they're trying to find their way back to Christ. You know, let's tell the truth. People say this, and when you pray, don't say this. Do not say this when you pray. When you pray, don't have on your mind, Lord, I made some mistakes. You already lied. How are you going to pray and lie at the same time? I use me for example. When I was doing my dirt, I was doing it on purpose. It was no mistake. I did it because I wanted to do it. And I didn't care whether God knew it or not. I did. I'm guilty. It's all I get up. I hear this from a lot of people. I made some mistakes in my life. Now, what that means is this. Here's what they mean. It's not my fault. A mistake is something that's done unintentionally. 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 I didn't mean to do it, but it happened, and I had no control over my mind or my feelings, or I just couldn't help myself. I just had to do it. Yeah, okay. So you can actually say this if you want to. If you're going to do that, you might as well say, well, Lord, if you had to stop me, then I wouldn't have done it. So now you're trying to put it on God. Because you got to understand this. If you say you made some mistakes, then if you want to depend on God to talk with you and whatever, then you're saying God should stop me before I made that mistake. If I sleep with a big butt woman, you better believe it ain't no mistake. And it's not no mistake. And while I'm doing what I'm doing, it is not a mistake at all. And if for any reason she is pregnant and call me and say, I think we're pregnant. And I'm going to say, well, wait a minute now. Didn't you sleep with Ray? You better call Tyrone. No, I slept with you. You're the last person I slept with. Well, it's a mistake. I made a mistake. Why don't you just kill the baby? Kill the baby. Everything slipped under the carpet. If you're pregnant, go to the abortion clinic, kill the baby, and that will sweep everything under the rug, and we're good. Now, God may not like that. That's just too bad for him. He has to go kick rocks. So when we sin against ourselves, when we sin against our wives, our mothers, our brothers, sisters, we are sinning against them on purpose. And you have to understand that. A mistake is something that, here's a mistake. I'm driving and I mean to turn the corner in a certain way. And I accidentally hit somebody. I didn't mean to hit them, but it happened. Now, if you notice this, when there's an accident, the cops come and they find out who's at fault. Even then, you have to pay the consequences monetarily by way of money. You know, take care of the person that got hit, the victim. But you don't go to jail. You don't go to jail. It's an accident. You didn't mean it to happen. I made a mistake in my judgment. Now, when you ram somebody on purpose because you're mad at them, that's not a mistake. And when the cops come, if you ram that person, you're going to jail. It's called assault, okay? With a deadly weapon. Your car is a deadly weapon. Understand that. So now, that's one. Number two, I notice this a lot. When a person dies, I notice this. Everybody, and I mean but everybody, sends them to heaven. Automatically, they're going to heaven. Now, here's why the funeral home don't say nothing about it. Because they're getting paid to bury you. And here's why the preacher put you in heaven, even though he can't. Here's why he says you go to heaven. I'll put it like that. He's getting paid a certain amount of money to preach the sermon of the person that's in the casket. And he can't afford to find out that this guy that was shot, killed, died, whatever, was not saved, didn't know Christ, didn't want Christ. Matter of fact, he was ratchet. And the mama gonna say, okay, this is the truth, because this is the way mothers are. It don't matter how evil their sons are. They're gonna take up for their dirt. They're gonna hide their sons. They're gonna cloak for them. Cloak means you're gonna make sure that they don't have any consequences for their action. Even if it's against God, they don't care about God. They want what they want. And she'll say, he's a good boy. He was a good boy. He's a good boy. He took care of his family. He's a good boy. Yeah, he's a good boy. Now, everybody knew he was a drug dealer, big time drug dealer. Everybody knew he ran the west side, east side, whatever, of Akron. Drug dealer. Now, the mama says he's a good boy. Now, here's why he's a good boy. Here's why. You want to know why he's a good boy? Because the good boy gave mama some of that dirty money. I've been the funny. See, she got some of that money. You know what I'm saying? So, and then, of course, he took care of the kids or whatever he had to take care of, but he ran the situation. Mama, how you doing, mother? I love you, mother. Hey, here's $500 to go shopping. Boy, I sure love you. It's my baby. It's my baby. She didn't ask where the money came from. She know he ain't got no job. She know he doesn't have no job. You know that. And she knows he's dealing drugs. She knows that. Everybody knows that. So, when something happens where somebody want to take his place and they want to, knock him off because he's doing pretty good, that's usually the way it goes. Satan will allow you to get so high, then Satan going to cut you right off. He's going to allow you to get X amount of dollars. Then he's going to flip it on you, and it's all over. So this guy had probation. Okay. And he became a drug lord. Big time drug lord. And he had weapons under disability. That means you're not supposed to have them. You have felony. They did a spot check on him, and they found out that they found a gun on his possession. They didn't know they was coming. The probation officer came, and a couple cops came, and so in a real nice neighborhood, and he ain't working. How you get that house? How you get that car? And they started searching the house because when you're on probation, they're allowed to do that. And they found cool gobs of drugs. I mean, fentanyl, crack cocaine, big bags, weigh scales, baggies, name it, stacks of money. He got his girlfriend sitting beside him, and she crying. You know why she crying? She ain't crying because she loves him so much. She crying she gonna miss that money, and now she got to leave the house because he no longer be able to pay the house note and the bills. He's paying everything. She doesn't have a job at all. She just is loving us. She was there to make sure he was okay sexually. And she did a good job. And she had some feelings for him, but now he's getting locked up for some decades. Hey, she can't sit around and wait on that. She got to go find somebody else that got money, if she can, And the thing about that is this. Everybody know her. Everybody know who she was dating. So no one wants to touch her because if for any reason you do, and word gets back to the guy in jail, which he's gonna put out a hit on you, and you're gonna have a problem. So she's a hot mess now. She's hands off. She has to leave state to do something. Then even then, you might get caught. So it's the way it is. And here's the thing. It's what I don't understand. I've known people. I know them. I know them. They're not in the church. When I say in the church, they're not a Christian. They're not a part of Christ at all. But they'll die under the worst situations. Some got shot. Some had a shootout. One guy maybe robbed somewhere, robbed the bank, or just died, from natural causes. But they were not, no way connected with God. If you're not connected with God, then you don't belong with Him. Then who are you serving then? Ain't but two powers. You have God, you have Satan. There's no in between. There's no Andrew. There's no Tyrone, and there's no in between. And it's just the way it is. But then while he's in that casket, look. Here's what I don't understand also. When you walk around the casket and see the dead person that can't heal, they have a smile on their face. And I heard people say this. He's at peace. He got a smile on his face. No, they sewed your smile in. They know the morticians know how to sew your body to make you look like you're smiling. They don't want to overdo it, but they know how to make you look calm and decent. And here's what I don't get. I got to stop doing this. If you have a loved one that's not saved, walking with Christ and doing the right thing by way of Christ in the Bible, stop saying he's with God now. Stop saying that, and stop saying he's at peace now. Stop saying he's okay now. He's with the Lord. No, he's not. See, if you don't walk with Christ, if you do not walk with Christ, and if you're not saved, if you're not a Christian, just make it plain. If you're not a Christian, and if you are a Christian, but you're not walking with God, there's some Christians that don't walk with God. They call themselves Christians. They don't walk with God. Oprah Winfrey is one of them. Tyler Perry is another. T.D. Snakes is another. Crippled Dollar Bill, y'all, another. They call themselves Christians. They're freaking crooks. So when they die, they get a big funeral and a great send-off to heaven. Are you kidding me? You can send all the balloons up you want. Here, balloon. Here, we see you. Can you see us? Here's the balloons going up in the air. Yeah, you better bust them balloons, send them down the hill. That's where they really going, you know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, it don't matter if it's me. It don't matter who it is. It can be me, man. If I don't do right by God, I'm going to hell. Okay? It's just as simple as that. It's just the way it is. That song is what? What's that song? I got a mind to live right. I got a mind to live right. I got a mind to live right every day. But Jesus saved me. I can't sing with crap, but I'm just saying, you have to understand that quit putting everybody you see in heaven. Because now everybody in their mind thinks, well, I don't have to live right by way of Christ. I don't have to read the Bible. I don't have to walk with Christ. I don't have to recognize Christ as my Savior because Mama told me, you're going to go to heaven anyway. So what's the point in me? As you already know, the white man said in the early, in the late, I said mid-70s. In the mid-70s, corporal punishment was done away with. You're not allowed to whip your child. And one of the reasons is a lot of the mothers went too far. Okay, they went too far. And when you go too far, then the white man has to step in and make some new rules. And look, you got to understand this. there were less crimes when you was allowed to whoop your child. If you're in school, you act a fool. If the mother comes to school, the mother could actually, back in the day, the mother could actually whoop you right there in the class. And you did not want to get embarrassed like that. I mean, you did not want that to happen. That's something you never live down. Your mother came to school and whooped your behind right in front of everybody, man. How you feel? How you feel now? The whole school year and the next school year until you get out, it's never going to be lived down. Now, and if you've done something wrong, if the neighbors catch you and they find out you've done something wrong, they're going to whoop you before you even get home. And then when you get home, mama going to whoop you again. And if you got a father, and back then they had fathers, back in the day they had fathers, black fathers, a lot of black fathers back in the day, back in the late 60s and early 70s, a lot of fathers, not anymore. He'd tear your behind up. The last thing you want to see is any more crimes by way of you. Now, you can't whoop your kids. You almost can't yell at them. If you touch them, call the white man. All they got to do is call the white man, great white man come and take you out the house and put your behind in the children's home, so they can see, until they see what they can do with you. So you end up in the children's home eating slop. Now, the children's home, they can go upside your head. They can go upside your head. You're crazy. They'll put you in a room and let you stay there till you cool off. See, now the cops, they're allowed to whoop you, and I mean they're allowed to tear your behind up, and they know how to do it. Where you swing on one of them if you want to, they're gonna swing back and it's gonna hurt. Now, but if a child swings at a parent, and a parent strikes back, they're going to jail, cause they're just a minor. They don't know no better. Now they got kids. Now they have kids now shooting parents regularly. A mother put her infant baby in the microwave and cooked it just so she can get rid of the baby in order to go party. Then you got women leaving their kids at home, infants at home, in the bed, going out party till 2 or 3 in the morning. See, 4 in the morning, whatever. Come back, and sometimes things don't go too hot. This one mother wanted to party, so she had a babysitter. Babysitter got mad because she didn't come home the hour she said she gonna come home. So the babysitter just left. And the 6-year-old kid opened the door, walking in the hallways, apartment buildings, get ready, and she was getting ready to leave the building. And a white guy caught a little black baby leaving the building. He said, "Hey, where you going?" So he called the cops because the mother went home. The cops come and say, "What's going on?" "Well, I had a babysitter, but she left." "Well, why she leave?" "I don't know." "Yeah, you know why she left. You stayed out way too late. Now she's mad, and her revenge is to just leave. But she didn't know the baby was going to try to leave the building. She didn't know that. But the fact is, the mother wanted a party. Now I remember this. One mother got mad because the kids was keeping her from getting a man. See, she got four or five kids, and they're heathens. They just are. They're heathens, and the mothers was yelling, they fighting, all that kind of. She got mad and just started blasting them out. Just started shooting them. Get rid of y'all. Got caught. She figured, well, I'll do 10 years. I'll get out, start fresh. So today, kids don't respect nobody. And I mean but nobody. And if you say anything to them, they're going to cuss you out. Just simple as that. They're going to cuss you out. And if they go to their parents, the parents gonna back them up and cuss you out again, if not shoot you or do you some type of harm or call Tyrone to come beat you up. It's bad now. It's bad. So the Bible says this in the Old Testament. Everybody was doing whatever they wanted to do, and God had to come down and do something about it. Everybody in the Old Testament, it got to a point where they're like, we're gonna just disregard God. We're gonna do our own thing. And they did as they will. In other words, if a guy's back in the Old Testament, it was like this. Men got so bad, women got so bad, that if a man saw your wife and liked your wife, that he just took it. He just took your wife. If you're not able to fight, then she mine now. It was like that. They just took what they want. I want her. So just go and take her. Hey, you married? I don't care. Come here. You're mine now. It was like that. It was like that. Because there was no way, there was no jails at that time. No jails. None. No courts. You gotta read the Bible. In the Bible, in Genesis, it got to the point where God allowed men and women to make choices in life, and they said we don't want God to be our God anymore, so we're gonna do what we want to do, and God can go kick rocks. And they did that, and they end up Noah and the flood. That's what it came about. That's how it came about. Now here we are again. Now we're back. We're back now. We're back. But the kids know there's nothing you can do. Okay. My wife and I was in church. And it was a choir rehearsal. And I'm on the organ and the choir singing director. These young ladies in the choir stand, and she was doing the butterfly and some more sexual dances in the choir stand. And she was having a ball, and everybody was loving it. And my wife and I didn't say anything about it because, I'm like, let my wife handle that. She told the mother, not loud, she pulled her aside and said, we had rehearsal, and your child was doing sexual dances in the choir stand, in church, in the choir stand. And the mother got mad and cussed my wife out in church. Not out of church, in church. So here we are. Here we are. You're not allowed to say anything to kids if they do cuss you out. You're not allowed to touch them. You're not allowed to chastise them. And that's why you see the things you see. Chicago, kids go downtown, you know who they are. Black kids, they go downtown, Chicago, jump on cars, bust windows out, beat people up. In California, if you've been paying attention to what's going on, they go to Walmart or corner stores, drug stores, and they go in packs. And all these black kids go in there and they take whatever they want, right? And they run out. And you gotta understand, by the time the cops get there, everybody's gone, And some kids don't care. Now, if you go to the store and steal something, the company don't want you to stop the thief because it might cause a lawsuit for the company. He said, just let them go. Just let them go. And they have baskets of food. I mean, baskets. And they got away. Cops came, they're already gone already. Now, if the cops get there while you're stealing, it could be a problem. But then they tell the cops, we're allowed to steal because we're black. I don't know where they got that from, but they're saying now. And if you do get arrested, two things you do. There's two things you do if you get arrested. And what are they? When you get arrested, you throw a fit. You tell the cops he's wrong for arresting you for stealing. And everything's in the car. The merchandise is in the car. And the cops pull you over because you ran a light. Come to find out, you got a bunch of stuff in the car that's stolen. Okay, stolen. It's stolen, big time stolen. And they proved it was stolen. They just said how you look. And you go, it ain't mine. Now, once you start fighting the cops. Then they spray you with mace or knock you down and handcuff you. See, they can do that. We can't. Two things you do, you get arrested. That's popular. Okay. One is, there's three things. You can have your head busted, the juice, until juice coming out. That don't matter to you. All you want to know is where's your phone? Where's my phone? Now, your head is bleeding. Your arms bleed. Everything's bleeding. The cops you done fought the cops and they done got the best of you and they sprayed you and all you want to know is, where's my phone? Where's my phone? I'm bleeding, but where's my phone? I don't care about that phone. Where's my phone? Where's my phone? Now, number two, mama. It's always mama. I need to call my mama. I need to call my mama. Ain't you like 25, 30, 40 years old? 25, 30. I'm going to call my mama. I'm going to call my mama. I'm going to call my mama. Now, let's get the best thing you do. You cussing the cops out. Some people, I've seen guys and girls run at least 2 miles. Upon getting captured, they put them in a car. They're in a car. And they're mad. Somebody kicking the seat. And they're saying, what are they saying? I know they're saying, I cannot breathe. I cannot breathe. I can't breathe. I can't breathe. I'm talking very well. I got enough energy to, can't breathe. I'm breathing real good, but because I'm getting locked up, maybe that might get me out of jail. If I can't breathe, they got to take me to the hospital to get checked out. And I hope that between here and the hospital, if I can't breathe, they might feel sorry for me and let me go home. It's a mess now. It's a mess. It's a mess. And I hear this every time. I have not yet heard a person get arrested and say they couldn't breathe. Now they got these big old, thick black men. If they pass down by their ankles, run from the cops, that's stupid because you ain't give them good for the pants around your ankles. They catch you. Hey, I can't breathe. Hey, hold up. I can't breathe. Oh, one more. If you're a female and you want to get out of a charge or not go to jail, just lie. I'm pregnant. You're not pregnant, but I'm pregnant. I got pregnant the time you got arrested me. As soon as you caught me doing my dirt, I am now pregnant. I need special treatment. And you should let me go because I'm not in my right mind because my baby that's in me is causing me to steal. And then if you are pregnant and you're stealing, what do you want to happen? Just let me go. Number one, I'm a woman. Now they got men playing that role now. They got men dating other men. They get caught and they'll tell them, you can't arrest me. I'm a woman. Hold up. I'm a woman. See? You cannot arrest me. You cannot arrest me. I am a woman. All I gotta do, they saying this now. If you want to be a woman and go to jail, and they put you in a woman's pod, dormitory, whatever. All you gotta do, if you go into jail, then you want to keep one of these with you. When the cops come, put it on. Hello, officer. Hello, how you doing? How you doing? Huh? I didn't know I was doing 30 miles an hour. I didn't know you, officer. I didn't know it. Do you have license? Do you have license? Oh, ma'am, get your license. Ma'am, get your license, please. Ma'am, get your license. Uh, get your license. I need your license. Get your license, ma'am. What? I'm looking for them. Just hold on. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. I'll get you right here. Why you in a rush? Why you not running? So you get the, I got no license. And I'm a woman. I'm a woman. So you gotta let me go. Because I'm a woman. I'm a woman. You gotta be freaking kidding me. It's a mess now. It's a mess. It's a mess. They have a little kid, 6 years old, got on the bus. He had a gun in his, small gun, he had a gun in his backpack. Yeah, we're done. So Christ is coming back. See, if there's no consequences for sin, if there's no consequences for doing crimes, then crimes will repeat themselves in a big way. Because if I can steal from you, and the only thing that can happen is they give me overnight in jail, time served, I'm gonna keep stealing because it's gonna be worth it. It's amazing. It's amazing how this one guy broke into a white woman's house. One young black child broke in a white lady's house in the suburbs. He drove in this nice car, nice outfit on he had. He said he needs some school clothes. So he go to the suburbs, break into the white lady's house, and she's a card carrier. She's a gun card carrier. But, because she didn't know, because she's in the suburbs, and it just so happened she had a gun in her purse. And the guy broke in her house when she went in and saw him, and he tried to attack her, you know, because she came home, he was stealing her stuff. She shot him, he died. The mother got mad. The mother said, the mother said she should allow my son to have whatever he wanted and leave. He needed school clothes. That's why he broke in your house. He got shot and he died. And she had no charges filed against her. He was in her house, and she's a white woman. Now, the man, it could be a little different, but it should be the same. Nevertheless, he died in this nice clothes. She said he needed nice clothes. The boy had all kind of jewelry and drugs on him. Now, he's in the casket, and here's the funeral. The funeral goes like this here. My son, I don't know why she shot him. He was a good boy. He was a good boy. He was a good boy. He might have sold drugs, but he was just trying to make it. That's the only way he could have made it, was sell drugs. And he just wanted her stuff. He broke in. I know he broke in, but I feel that she should let him have whatever he wanted, whatever he wanted, and that's it. He's a good boy. I'm so glad he's in heaven. No, he's not in heaven at all. He's on his way to hell, but you don't know that. But you paid the pastor to tell a lie and say, yes, he's in heaven. He sure is. No, he's not. I don't know if people keep lying, putting everybody in heaven. Everybody ain't going to heaven. That's just the way it is. I mean, people ain't going to like this message. I know that I'm not going to. I guarantee you it's not going to be no likes. Barely. People going to barely look at it. But I'm here to tell the truth. It's just the way it is. I don't care if it's me. I don't care. I've done wrong many times. And I told God I did whatever I did because I thought I was big and bad enough to do it. And here I am at the mercy of you. Please forgive me for all my sins, Lord. And I know that you have to chastise me some type of way, and God did. And man, did he do it. The chastisement was severe. The pain was way past what I could almost stand. But God let me know. Either you suffer now or you suffer later. I'd rather suffer now, Lord. Look, the Bible tell you God has to chastise us when we get out, when we become too big for our britches, if you will, and God has to let us know, because look, God is trying to save you from yourself. He's trying to save you from yourself. But now, disrespect. If you want respect today, especially as an elderly person, you ain't gonna get it. Don't look for it because it ain't coming. Now you might have one or two kids that call you ma'am, that say excuse me. And this is what I don't get. All these guys I know that are thugs never wore a suit for their life. Never said I'm sorry for nothing. They get in court and got a suit on with a tie. They ain't never wore a tie. Trying to get sympathy from the judge. Number two, you call the judge your honor. You ain't never said your honor to nobody. Two or three, the officer that arrests you, when you do your dirt, the officer that arrests you, I notice these young men always say this: sir, officer, sir, officer, sir. You haven't said sir a day in your life. But all of a sudden you picked up on that, you learn about it. Look, when you shoot people and rob places, if for any reason you get shot and you don't have a chance to get it right with God, you got problems. And rest in peace ain't it. The Bible says those who do sin, when they die, there's no rest for the wicked. The Bible says that in Proverbs and Psalms. There's no rest for the wicked. There's no rest for the wicked. You got to understand what that means. That means the day you die in your sins, you are now locked out of heaven. You don't get to go to heaven, not because God don't put you there, because you don't want to be there. You don't want to be there with God. You want Satan to be your God. So what you do, you got to understand, when you have a gang uses fear to keep their momentum up. They use fear to make their money. They use fear to keep you from telling on them. They use fear to keep you in check. The whole community is in check. And you can't tell on that guy, because if you do, he'll kill you. So you got to use that. Who is the author of fear? Satan himself. He's the author of fear. He uses fear to control the people that he wants. Without fear, he got a problem. So when you're a gangster rapper, and gangster rappers, what they do is they put out fear. Fear. I'm going to kill you. I'm going to hurt you. Fear makes money for them. Fear. And the white man just loved it. We ain't got the KKKs out of KKK. What they ought to do, the Ku Klux Klan should hang their robes up, because the young black man is doing all their work for them, and the Ku Klux Klan is loving it. They're eating it up, and I don't know why, but Satan got a certain hard on for blacks. He got a certain hard on, and this one black lady yesterday, she went to get some coffee and a donut, and she got into it with the manager. And the manager was so taken back, so upset. The grandmother was 70 years old, and the lady behind the counter, she was in her 20s, early 20s, so she ended up beating the old lady up to death. People are wearing their feelings on their sleeves now. If you're driving in your car, I'll be going to let you know this. I'll be done in a little bit. If you're driving in your car, and let's just say that somebody cut you off, or give you a gesture, if you will, with their hands, don't stare at them. Keep your focus in front, and let them cut you off. Don't get mad. Don't roll the window down. Don't beat your horn, because today they're killing you now. Road rage is now a death trap. You got to know Ask God for wisdom. You got to have wisdom. Ask God for wisdom when you're driving. Somebody cut you off or do something stupid. You got to understand. You got to know how to handle a situation without violence. And you can't give them the gasoline they need to do a murder, and then they say after they kill you, after you're dead, then they go, I didn't mean to do that. It's too late. You're gone. But there's ways of handling things. I always tell young men, I always tell my grandson, look, man, when you're driving down the street, you're a black man. You can't have 4 Negroes in your car or you driving around in the city. You're going to get pulled over. It's just protocol. Because if you got 4 people in your car, you going to get pulled over. Now, if you got a white guy in the car and a black passenger and two black guys in the car, oh, you getting pulled over. The white guy going to claim, hey, I'm a white guy. Because he was acting black before the cops got there. But as soon as the cop hit there, he turns to a white guy. Some white guys want to be black and try to act black, but as soon as the thing come down where you got to pay, now he want to go back to his regular color. They do that all the time. So you got to understand, you can't have a car full of men and not get pulled over, especially at night. And guess what? Your tags are expired. And you mad at cops, or the cops pull you over. I forgot. You ain't got no license. I forgot. You forgot your insurance. You need insurance. I did not know. I made a mistake because I didn't get my insurance. Not a mistake. You said, oh, I didn't get no mistake. No, I'm never going to get pulled over. And that's when it happens. Oh, there's a gun in the car. Who's it belong to? Not mine. Not mine. Not mine. Not mine. Well, now, the gun was under your seat, so the gun is yours. No, that ain't my gun. Who is it? I don't know. Oh, he know who the gun is, but hey, you can't say nothing. You gotta take the rap. You're done. Now you got a felony for no good reason. Now you can't have a gun no way. Stupid. All right, so it is what it is. I'm just saying good morning. I'm saying watch yourself when you go. Watch your surroundings. This is the last and evil days. God is coming back very, very soon. A little child, age of I think 6 years old, he was in a coma, and he started hugging himself. And when he woke up, the doctor asked her, when you was doing that, who was you hugging? He said, I was hugging Christ. Doctor said, what? So, and Christ let that child know that he was on his way back. The child took it serious, but you know, she's a child, so it's not gonna be taken serious because she's a child. Hey, that don't count. Well, it's gonna count when God comes back. Whatever God does, He's gonna do. And God said, love one another. That's the best you can do. Love one another, respect one another, treat one another like, do unto others as you have them do unto you. If you do that, you're obeying the whole law of God. Good morning. See you guys next time.